What's going on, family? So this one is another serious one, and I'm basically giving y'all a story time about one of my suicidal moments, and I have a bunch of them, but I'm gonna give you one for right now because that's not a place I like to mentally go. But I think it's important for me to share this type of story due to the fact that there's a bunch of people out here who is dealing with mental health. There's a lot of people who is ignorant to mental health. There's a lot of people who goes through it and don't know. There's a lot of people, like I said, that's ignorant, meaning, because some of y'all don't know what ignorant is. So when I say people are ignorant to mental health, that's saying that you don't understand it. Like, you have no understanding whatsoever of it. Anyway, get your Pepsi. Because I'm really about to give y'all my business. I don't like it. Anyway, I didn't know what mental health was at one point in time. I had no idea there was a such thing. Whenever anything in that area was even talked about, most of the time it was on some, oh, she got the devil in her, or oh, he crazier than crazy. It was never broken down as in, okay, this person has a problem and it's not the damn devil. No, it was always something real messed up, like, oh, that's a nut job, or, you know, just crazy stuff. And I say it crazy for a reason. It's messed up. So the problem at hand with me, I did not know what it was, as I said. So I was dealing with it for a long time and didn't know. Did not understand why the hell I was sad for a long time. Did not understand why I didn't have energy. I didn't understand why I literally would be so over the top. Manic. I didn't understand any of that. I do now. And that's because I was diagnosed with being bipolar. But like I said, at that time, I had no idea. Like, when I say manic, I would clean the house from top to bottom. I would literally take everything apart. Let's say if I was cleaning a stove. Yeah, I will go from the top of the stove. I will take every single solitary piece off. Scrub it. The burners, scrub it. The little caps to it, scrub it. I would scrub the stove till damn near the paint came off. I was extremely OCD about things. Didn't know that's what it was. Had no idea. So the point of me saying all of that is, again, I grew up with this, had no idea at all. So, well, I'm going to probably give y'all two times where I tried to commit suicide. When I was about 12 or 13, I told y'all in the past video that I was being raped over my time of being in my adopted household, and you don't know how to deal with that, especially at that age. And this was over the span of 5 or 6 years. Yeah, it was like 5 or 6 years. So you don't know how to comprehend what is happening to you at the time. So like I said, I was probably like 12. I think I was 12 when the very first time I tried. So what I did was I went into the bathroom. I searched for every medicine bottle you can find in the medicine cabinet. And that's one thing that she did. She kept all of the medicine in there. I took every single thing out of there that you can think of. And I poured every pill bottle in my mouth. It was Tylenol. It was Motrin. It was liquid. It was like cough syrups, and there was a bunch of stuff. Like, there was a whole bunch of stuff. I took all of it. All of it. Like, even things that came in tubes. I literally squirted it in my mouth and swallowed it, trying to make sure I wasn't going to walk out that bathroom. I was determined. I was adamant that I wasn't going to. Like I said, I took everything and I laid on the bathroom floor. On that floor for a long time. Thing is, nothing happened. I only threw up. The anger that I felt was horrible. I raged out so bad. And then you don't have nobody at all to talk to. Nobody would understand anything. Because again, if you felt that way, you were either a nut job, you were crazy, the devil is in you, whatever. So I dealt with that by myself. I didn't discuss it with nobody. But I was down for a very long time after. Because I couldn't think of no other way. I guess I could add another thing to it. I became a cutter after that. Like, the moment I got angry, I would get a razor, because she used to keep the razors that's not the ones inside the little shaving, no. She would have just the actual razor. And she used them for her eyebrows. I would cut myself, like, when I would get angry. Because I got in trouble a lot for seriously. And this is no bullshit. I got in trouble a lot for no reason. No reason. I really sit back now and I look at my kids and I'm like, I would have honestly got beat for doing this or doing that. Which makes no sense to me because, again, like me seeing my kids do certain things that I would have got beat over, I'm like, it made no sense. It just made no sense to me at all. I don't know why that would cause so much rage in a person to feel as if you got to keep beating on a little kid like that. I could say if I was disrespectful. I could say if I did stuff like that. Now, that's a different story. But like if the floor wasn't vacuumed right. Things like that. And as I said, I was OCD. So when I did things, I did it the way I needed it to be. Not the way she wanted it. So it made it even worse. So, as I said, I became a cutter. And I would cut my body in places that they wouldn't know. They wouldn't see it. I mean, like the rapist would see it. Or like would brush it and not know. And open the wound back up. And not understand why I was bleeding everywhere. So, that's a way I dealt with my anger. And then the second time I tried to commit suicide. Well, this is another time, not the second time, but another time. I was 16 and I was living in a different place. I had a new caretaker. I basically just left my adopted home. Still didn't understand what was going on with me. But I was in a down stage, and I mean down. I don't know what happened. I swear to you, I cannot remember what happened. All I remember is my boyfriend had went home. He's my husband now, but my boyfriend had went home because he had to go home, obviously. And I just remember laying on the couch. And then the next thing I remember is I'm actually almost out the window. I'm trying to climb out the window. And my caretaker at the time was holding my leg and calling my boyfriend at the same time. And I remember looking back, and I guess he was like not all the way home, or not real far away, I'm guessing. Because when I turned around, he's there, and he's basically out of breath, like he was running. And I remember I started crying, and I really was pissed that she would not let me go. She would not let me go. And I remember trying over and over, like, get off me. I really cannot tell you what set me off like that. I swear to you, to this moment, I cannot remember what the hell happened. I know me and my boyfriend wasn't in no argument. I do remember that. But from him leaving, that makes me want to actually wake him up and ask him right now. Because I don't know if I was talking to him about something that happened. I don't know. I don't fucking know. All I know is, again, I remember her on the phone basically yelling to him about how I was trying to jump out the window. And I remember turning around. He's sweating and out of breath because he ran back to the house. And I also remember he did not leave that night, even though he knew he was going to get in trouble. He did not leave. I remember that when he stayed, he basically bear hugged me throughout the night to where I basically couldn't get up and move. Like, I could move, but y'all get what I mean. He basically helped me. So that was his way of comforting me, I guess, at the time. But I remember I started seeing a therapist after that, and she was a piece of shit. If I seen her to this day, me and her would have a problem. Like I said, I want to do separate videos because I have to break things down in order for some people to understand, because a lot of people still are ignorant to this whole ordeal. So, again, I need to be specific in certain things. I basically am doing this because, again, this is like a journal for me. This is me having an outlet. But it's also me wanting to help other people who's going through the same things that I've been through and or I'm going through at that moment. We could possibly help each other. That's where I'm at. And that's why I do this as often as I possibly can. I'm on the right medications now. I still have my moments where I'm down, though. I actually have been a little down since my friend passed away. But that's another story. Again, you're going to need, if you've been through this, going through this, you need to find a therapist that you click with. And I'm telling you, there's times where it takes a long time to get to that person. or psychologists. Like, you need to find that person. If you are close to somebody around you that you can trust, talk to them. If you feel like you don't have that and you're listening to this, you can comment down below. You can follow me on all my social media platforms. Message me. I will get back to you. I comment when everybody comments. I reply every single time. If I don't reply immediately, better believe you're going to get a reply. So you're going to have to search for the right person when it comes down to therapy. And again, medications, they take time. They take time. But when you go to see somebody, give your specific symptoms, because bipolar is actually hard to diagnose. It's a chemical imbalance, and if you get put on antidepressants, you're going to go in a tailspin. Never knew that. It actually really does fuck with your brain. That was crazy to me. Anyway, like I said, if you've ever been through this or whatever, comment down below. Tell me your story. I would like to know. I also, again, would like to help people. And if, again, you're having any suicidal thoughts, there's a hotline that I'm going to post down below. You can talk to someone. Find someone you're close to. You might feel like you don't have anyone. If you don't have anyone, you call that hotline. But don't just jump to do something without really thinking about it, because seriously, we're hurting the other people that surround us, that loves us. Like, that's what we'd be doing if we actually go through it. So, again, don't just think about you. Make the call. Or comment down below. Message me. I'm telling you. You might feel like you have to talk to somebody you don't know to vent, basically. Because, like, if I had this when I was younger, I would have done this. This would have been the first thing I've done. I wouldn't have just jumped straight into that, because I would have somebody listening to me. Somebody who possibly understands. Because if you come across this video, you're obviously going through that situation. So, again, you could comment down below. Let me know. I don't know. But I will definitely be in touch. If you enjoyed that video, please give me a big thumbs up. Also, you can subscribe and you can hit that notification bell. That way you're notified every time I post a new video. I would greatly appreciate that. You can follow me on my Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. I greatly appreciate all y'all support. You subscribe, you get a shout out. Thank you so much. Deuces.